Now we see another one coming in here. You know what I'm saying? The bombshell. You know what I'm saying? This news coming in by the media. Tommy Christopher 2 days ago on the media, I guess. You know what I'm saying? We see news, bombshell team Trump, Texas, now in the hands of election criminal prosecutor looking at many possible charges, CNN scopes. You know what I'm saying? But like I said, we don't give a flying fuck about all that bullshit because we know a lot of that is chunked up piece of garbage. When you look at what they were trying to do to what creepy Joe Biden has done to our country, you should be stepping up to do something such as what has happened. Because in many ways, many of these emails or whatever you're talking about were, what I'm saying, they knew what they were going to do. You know what I'm saying? And like you said, in more ways than one, Trump did, and more ways than one, Trump didn't. But one thing he did do was saved a lot of people. From their garbage, you see. From their garbage, you see. Yeah, you better think about that because you see the number of people that have fallen like flies. You know what I'm saying? Why is everybody trashing Alan Nutcase Braggs? Because he booed in on Nutcase. We're coming in by uh, James D. Is that Zirin? Something like that. Opinion commentator 2 days ago coming off the hill. You know what I'm saying? In more ways than one. You know what I'm saying? But they're saying, wow, we trash Allen Q-Ball Braggs. You know what I'm saying? But nobody give a flying crap about what he thinks and what he's doing. You know what I'm saying? Because it's not just about Trump. You know what I'm saying? Because y'all did a whole lot of bullshit that we can prove that is contrary to even anything to do with saving our country in any shape or form. Even what we see going on in Sudan. You know what I'm saying? You know what I'm saying? So we know that, but we see, the Dantes or whatever his name, Dantes or whatever, you know, we see District Attorney Alan Braggs, you know what I'm saying, maybe the most criticized man in America. No, he's not. He may be one of the nutcases one in America. You know what I'm saying? He has become a viable, I guess, I guess the word is pin, wit, or whatever, who gives a plan. You know what I'm saying? Sharp blue coming mostly from the right. No, it's coming from the regular people as well who got some goddamn sense on their shoulder. You know what I'm saying? But from the left as well. You know what I'm saying? I think the criticisms much of it's menacing the racially charged. The racially charged is unfair. But we see Bragg said, you know what I'm saying, coming out of cue ball Braggs, you know what I'm saying? Bully is. You know what I'm saying? Mr. Bragg said to be soft on crime, even though crime rate is down where you're out your mind. So soft on he's so soft he is being investigated by Republican Jim Jordan of Ohio now saying district crime rate up. You know what I'm saying? He said, I guess Brian probably was saying, I don't see what's wrong with him. But he is attacked for, indicating, I guess he's attacked for indicting, the President of the United States, Donald J. Trump, who tried to save America in more ways than one, but, being in a political position is a lot of twists and turns to try to even hold on to your legacy. But, you know what I'm saying, for the policy, for the political reasons, you know what I'm saying, and why they constantly trying to paint the Republicans as communists when it's really the other way around. Do not let the demon Democrats play your mind like how they use the Bible to play with your mind as well. You know what I'm saying? You keep on playing around and not looking into things and not digging and doing deeper research, and you're going to be dying a damn fool. You know what I'm saying? And that's your problem, not mine. You know what I'm saying? But we see Trump, political reasons, So political Trump say that, the arraignment brought court officers to tears. Turns out to no one saw any crime. Who gives a flying crap? You know what I'm saying? The veteran court staffers, rubbish his claim, and we got we forget how is the nutcase Brass going to charge a political figure with a crime under any scenario without it being you know styled a political persecution. You know what I'm saying? That's what I call it. You know what I'm saying? Who gives a crying crap about Alan Braggs and his bullshit? Nobody wanted to hear that foolish shit from Alan Braggs because we know full well that Alan Braggs and him is full of doo-doo then, full of doo-doo now, and he probably going to be full of doo-doo in the future. You know what I'm saying? Because we got bigger problems going on, especially in Sudan and what's going on, and we must take more look at that because we could imagine the vulgar shit that's going on with the women and the children over there. You know what I'm saying? In more ways than one, because this is what these people do. You know what I'm saying? And then they make it out as if like this is because of the fault of the regular people, when it's the fault of these wicked beasts and different people of different cultures that do not wicked beasts of culture that do not belong in Sudan. They do not belong in Egypt. They do not belong in Ethiopia. They do not belong in that region at all. And they have been invading and killing and murdering in that region for quite a while. You know what I'm saying? I wouldn't give them clowns even 100 years. You know what I'm saying? But we see DA, 21 people charged with 63, narcotics and weapons trafficking crimes in Suffolk County. You know what I'm saying? We see coming in with the Daily Flash News, you know what I'm saying? We see Hunter Creepy Biden investigations, you know what I'm saying? Trump team say, morale revelation makes FEC complaint very, very easy. You know what I'm saying? You know what I'm saying? I'm always than one, as we see. So we see Hunter Creep Joe Biden on the groove. This is coming in by Jerry Dunleavy 6 hours ago. Washington Examiner 6 hours ago Eastern Standard Time. You know what I'm saying? The lawyer for the President of the United States, Donald J. Trump, said testimony from a CIA official makes it very easy for us to prove their recent federal election commission allegations about creepy Joe Biden 2020 campaign involvement in the soliciting the creepy Hunter Biden laptop letter. You know what I'm saying? We see Trump's lawyer testimony, Palator filed an FEC complaint in March against the creep Joe Biden's campaign, and against roughly 50 former intelligence officials who signed the now infamous October 2020 letter, basically alleging Russian involvement to cover up his crimes for what he did, especially along with NATO too. You know what I'm saying? The Trump lawyers argue in the FEC complaint that the creep Joe Biden administration campaign goal was to make sure the laptop and stories stemming from it was thoroughly discredited in the eyes of the U.S. voters. So they're lying with their crooked eyes. I can imagine how many people probably died from the hands of these beast demon Democrats and their garbage 40, 50, 60, 100 years in this country. You know what I'm saying? Lying to the voters. And the best way to achieve that goal, and the path chosen by the Creep Joe Biden campaign was to recruit experts from the intelligence community to take advantage of the window of opportunity created by Facebook and Twitter, and to further suppress, discredit the discovery of the laptop emails. Same thing Hillary Clinton did by burning 33,000 or 30,000 or whatever emails and acid wash her laptop. Acid wash it. Oh, you know what I'm saying? But we see Palator told the Washington Examiner on Monday that he, you know what I'm saying, believed the former acting CIA director Michael Merle recently bombshell testimony has goshed any potential defense by the Creep Joe Biden administration, by the Creep Joe, by defense by the Creep Joe Creep Joe campaign that they hadn't been involved with the laptop letter creation. In 2021, the FEC shot down the complaint filed by the Republican National Committee against Twitter. Oh yeah, and then Elon Musk steps up and buys it. You know what I'm saying? So Twitter was, ooh, yeah, Zuckerberg. Oh. You know, finding there was no reason to believe that Twitter violated law by making corporate kind contributions to the Creep Joe Biden administration. Palator said the RNC complaint failed in part because of the difficulty with proving the connections between the contribution and the campaign itself at the time. But I bet you if it was Donald Trump, your fuckers would have found that real quick. You know what I'm saying? Itself at the time, but said that wasn't a problem with a new Trump complaint. And so, really, to us, that was always the link that we believe was there. We believe that through investigation, we'd be able to find proof it was there. But our concern always was that, you know what I'm saying? Always was that defense to that is the campaign that the campaign knew nothing about it. They had no communication with these people, and they just did it on their own. And then we've had to go through phone records and emails and everything to prove that that was a false, you know what I'm saying, that it was a falsehood, Palator said. But largely moral testimony makes that very easy for us to just kind of skip those steps because now it's admitted. The creepy ass Joe Biden. Oh my God, that nigga creepy. You know what I'm saying? But we see Morrell, you know what I'm saying, who testified to Congress earlier this month about the laptop letters, said he thought now Secretary of State, you know what I'm saying, Anthony Blinken, you know, wanted the baseless claim of Russian involvement in the saga made public. You know what I'm saying? We see former Obama acting CIA director told House investigation that before his October 17th phone call with Blinken, he had no intention to write the October 19th creepy hunter by the laptop letter and testified yes and absolutely when asked if the call with Blinken, who was then the top advisor of creepy Joe Biden administration campaign, you know what I'm saying, was what triggered that intent in you. Mm-hmm. Uh-huh. 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 Oh, yeah. Oh, yeah. So we see. Mm. Just to cheat the election. I told you the cheating come in many different ways, not just the ballot boxes and the ballot houses and throwing out the damn ballots out into the bushes. They come in many different ways. You know what I'm saying? This is why you had all this rushing at the White House, psyched up by Soros and Biden and the crypto administration to set these people up on this bullshit. And also, you know what I'm saying, we saw the ramping and the rimming by Black Lives Matter. We see Proud Boys and all kinds of gangs come up out of nowhere and all kinds of carrying on and, you know, Black Lives this and gender lives that and you know what I'm saying, and you know, Evope and you know what I'm saying, and you know, and all kinds of nutkies, Antifa, all of them criminals came out, believe me, you know what I'm saying, beating up the Republicans, deeming them communists and all type of shit, when we know for well it's the demon Democrat, you know what I'm saying, because Hitler probably was damn sure one of those, you know what I'm saying, more ways than one. But then again, who knows? You know what I'm saying? But at the same time, we know full well what we're seeing going on in Sudan today is a product of demon democratical talking about democracy. I mean, democracy. You know what I'm saying? So people, we need to fight and tell and support the Sudanese people as best as we can and dig up all the information we possibly can on these criminals in African land, raiding it and then using a Bible to decriminalize the black people to make them believe that's not their ancestors' land or any of this bullshit that they want to put into our head. We must start standing up even as a people, and that goes for the white people as well. You know what I'm saying? Like I told you before, and I'll say it again, Africa was to be a place for us all to enjoy. You know what I'm saying? This is what Africans wanted. Why would Africans not want that when they welcome many people into Africa? But when you see the Europeans came with a lot of this gay and faggotry and nastiness, this is why they were rejected, not bathing their skin and all kinds of different things, smelling off the place. There was a lot of shit going on with the Europeans that were not fitting for Egypt at the time because you could see that Egyptian people was at the pinnacle of the glory of greatness, even when it came to their body, their looks, and so forth, and dress wear and so forth on. So that tells you that they had been advanced billions of years ahead because they're the ones who damn sure created a lot of things, even with the bathtub. You know what I'm saying? Soaps and scents and these different stuff. You know what I'm saying? Even the ones that were here in America, in California, they were making soaps. They were probably making jam. They were making chocolate. You know what I'm saying? They were the ones who was making chocolate and so forth and on. They probably stole that from black people as well. You know what I'm saying? They're making billions of dollars serving us fake ass ones now. But you know what I'm saying? But they, many different things. You know what I'm saying? You need to look up the history of that and stop playing around because your skin is white and you're looking up about black people. You know what I'm saying? And the glory and the pinnacle of all our glory upon this land that gave you exactly these millions of people all the glory and all these that they now have all the riches and all this shit and carrying on and killing and murdering along with dumb black people helping them any damn. We're talking about a demon Democrat. But you need to pay more close attention to common people in understanding the Africanism in its whole and the glory of Egypt because like I said, Egypt had solar power. Solar power comes from Egypt. If you look it up, you'll see that. That's why they took that gold cap off the top, you know what I'm saying, of the pyramid, why you see one of the pyramids is flat on top. That must have been an energy source, and there must have been some kind of reactor with inside those pyramids that worked that, you know what I'm saying, because when you go inside, it looked like damn near some kind of reactor that will generate that type of power and so forth. So they went in there and even affected even all these different things, you know what I'm saying, to corrupt the minds of the world against African people so they could raid, kill, murder, and dehumanize the black original gods of the planet that were left here to do just that. And it was supposed to be benefiting all people eventually in its fullness thereof. Look at it, you can't even go there. You might get your head blown off. You can't even go there. They might throw you to the lions. You know what I'm saying? You can't go there. They might rape you. You can't go there. You might come up missing. You can't in Africans' land. So that making sure that the African people don't even want to go there, or the black people don't want to even see none of it. But a lot of the kids do want to go there, and they do put up money to take a trip there, and so forth and so on, which is great, and they need to continue doing that, and we need to let them see the glory of their people's land and the glory therefore, because even when you look at many of those documentaries and you're seeing lions, pumas, and you're seeing all these different cheetahs and giraffes, all that's in Africa. You know what I'm saying? That's Africa. That's not no California and all of that. This is Africa. So this is Point Blank saying, stay right, stay tight. We're going to stay in the fight, and we're going to fight all night, and we're going to get it right. So I say now, farewell, my friends. One, we will meet again.